Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Heather and I'm an online reseller. I've been selling on eBay for about 17 years now, and just recently, within the last year, I also started selling on Poshmark, Amazon, Citizen, and Mercari. I'm new to doing YouTube. We just started in September, I believe, and we are trying to grow. So if you could help us out and subscribe, and if you could click on the like button, both of those things will help to push our videos up in the search engine. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I picked up last week at Savers. The last couple of times that I've been to Savers, it wasn't that great and I couldn't find any shoes. They have a lot of shoes at their store. And then I just went and found a lot of really good stuff. So if you want to see what I found, then stick around. Thanks. So I am new to doing men's and women's shoes, and I'm new to doing used stuff in general. I usually do new stuff, and I do retail arbitrage. I do a lot of clearance, but I've been trying to branch out and expand into different things. So I'm learning a lot, and hopefully you're also learning some new things too. So the first thing I found was these New Balance Fresh Foam sneakers. I actually thought that they were men's, but then looking online, it turns out they're actually women's. There weren't a whole lot of comps of these used, but it looks like they're going for about $30 to $35. It seems like if you can get any sneakers in excellent condition that are branded in general, that you can usually get in the $30 to $40 range for them. So then next we have these Union Bay, I think they're Nicolette is the brand. They have these little studs on the side, tassels in the front. So these kind of have the vintage, like 90s vibe going on. And I found that every time that I've picked up shoes that are this kind of 90s style, that people seem to really like them, and I get a lot of likes and watchers pretty fast on them. So these ones actually, there weren't any solds, but it looks like the ones that were on there were going for about 20. But these are in excellent condition. So hopefully I can get 20, maybe more than 20. Although, in hindsight, these have no size in them. So be careful when you're shopping that you're paying attention to the size. You just assume that there is a size in there. But now I'm going to have to measure, and it's going to be a lot harder to sell these.
So just to let you know, someone just followed you on Instagram.
That's great, exciting news. Okay. So this is a brand I've never heard of. It's called Spring Step. These are super, super cute little shoes. They've got this little cutout flower pattern. So they remind me a little bit of like
Dutch,
Denmark, Netherlands, right. Where you would find all the tulips. Anyway, it seems like this brand is doing fairly well. I think they're brand new. I'm thinking that I can get at least $40 for these. So then I was lucky enough to find another brand new pair of shoes. And these Lucky shoes are actually Lucky brand, which is pretty funny that I just said that. But yeah, I couldn't find very many comps on these either, but it looks like used, they're going for about 20, so I should be able to get at least 35, hopefully, for them. So then we've got some men's Crocs, Fisherman sandals, which is a good keyword.
they go really well with socks.
They do not go really well with socks.
I can see an old man wearing them with socks.
Or some funny kid on campus. Fisherman sandals are a good keyword, they do really well. Clark's is also a good brand. So together, I probably should be able to get about $30 for these. So these are like hardly worn. These are 9 West, these cute wedge sandals. I think I found one comp on these, and I think it was around $35. So hopefully I can get at least 20 for them.
Those also go well with socks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so then we've got these Crocs, just these little Mary Jane style flats. Surprisingly, Crocs do pretty well. They don't really start very high, so it surprises me, but I can probably get $20, $25 for these. All right, so next we have these Collection by Clark's Leopard print shoes. And it looks like they're going for in the $25 to $30 range. They do look a little light up here, so maybe I need to wipe them off a little bit. But otherwise, they look pretty good.
So I have to ask, are those men's or women's?
Women's.
I thought so, but they also look like men's. But
Like, it kind of reminds me of Ferris Bueller or something Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller would wear. Yeah, maybe, but yeah, they're women's. All right, so then we've got these Franco Sardo, I think that's how you say it, sandals. We've got this cute cutout design, kind of a suede material. So these are also brand new. It amazes me how many brand new shoes you can find at the thrift store. The
so
only thing with these is that there is this little stretchy part and it's come undone right here. So I don't know if I'm going to try and stitch it back together and maybe hide it in this back leather section so you can't see it. I would note it, of course. Or if I just want to state it and say that they're going to probably want to fix it.
So how are those sandals? They look like shoes to me.
It's just how the shoe world works. Because there is no back, there is no toe. You're going to be wearing these without socks, I hope. I guess maybe if you had pantyhose, you could do that. Okay, so I've also got another new to me brand. This brand is called Riker. It's a European brand. And it says anti-stress. Anyway, it's got this really pretty embellishment on the toes. And shockingly, another brand new pair of shoes. So there's not very many comparables on there. And the comparables that are on there were used, but they were more in the $30 to $40 range. So I might be able to pull off 50 to 60 for these. That would be really nice. I actually got all these shoes 50% off. They're a little pricey at this thrift store. It's usually like $8.50 to $20. They'll price their really high-end shoes up for like $50. The shoes that are up by the front registers and the display case. I saw some Coach heels the other day. And they wanted $50 for them. It was like, oh my goodness. I looked up comps and the comps were like 55. So even with half off, it would have been 25. It wouldn't have been worth it. It's crazy what they price things at sometimes. So next we have
Slippers.
these Toms, not slippers. These are shoes.
They look like slippers.
They've got little teeny sequins all over them. They're pretty funky, but somebody, I'm sure, will like them. And I think that these were going for like $20, $25. There weren't very many online. but they are in pretty good condition.
We've known people who'd love those. Your college roommate?
Yeah, maybe.
She would have loved those. She would have thought those really neat.
A fun personality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right at the very end of doing the shoe aisle, there's probably like 4 aisles. I was already pretty excited for all the stuff that I had found. But then to top it all off, I found ROTHY'S. ROTHY'S is a really good brand. These sell really consistently in the like $60 to $80 range. So they didn't even price them up. You know, they had the Coach shoes that only sell for like $50 online for $50 at the store. But they only had these priced at like 10, so I picked them up for $5. It's gonna be a really good, quick flip. Alright, so these ones I picked up because they looked pretty good quality. They kind of remind me of Skechers. Skechers does a similar style. They're leather, but it's Champion brand. So they're still, you know, they're pretty cute little shoes. But there were very few online on Poshmark and on eBay. And the ones that were on there, people were only asking for like $15, $10. So I might price them up higher. They're in really good condition. Just because the comps say 15 doesn't mean that somebody might not give you 30. Not everybody goes and looks at comps. So you have to take that into consideration when you're pricing things. Because sometimes you can have a $10 comp, you can have a $50 comp, you can have a $25 comp. Not everybody goes and does their research. Some people just are like, oh, those are cute, and buy them. So hopefully I find one of those people.
We've known those people too.
Yes. We had a friend that came over and borrowed something from us, and they're like, oh, I want to buy one of those. And I'm like, oh, well, you should go look on eBay. That's where I got it from. And she pulled up the app on eBay, looked at the very first one that came up on the list, and bought it. She didn't even like scroll down to check out the other hundreds of listings. She just bought the very first one at the top of the list. And I was like, wow, okay. Everybody's got their thing. All right, so then I picked up these Keen flats. They're fairly distressed. I'm not entirely certain if that's the style, if that's the way they are, or if they're distressed from just being worn. And it looks like these were going only in like the $20 range. But Keen is usually a pretty good brand to look out for. So next we have these Calvin Klein suede heeled, I guess, booties you could call them. They've got the little zipper on the side. They've got this little stretchy section. The lady that was checking me out at the register really liked these shoes. It's too bad I couldn't have sold them to her.
Should have offered. I'll sell it to you right now for double the price.
Right, I bought these for $5. Do you want them for 20? But I think that these were going for like around 25. They have very little wear. You can tell there's a little bit of scratching on the heel, but this top part doesn't hardly have any wear on it. So then I picked up these little baby Nikes. They're like size 4.5, so they're pretty teeny. You're looking like 12 to 18 months for these. And I'm hoping to get like $15 to $20. Our kids, we always get cute little shoes and they never can wear them because their little feet are too fat. And that's probably why baby shoes are in such good condition, because most people probably can't get them on their kids either.
I was just gonna suggest that those would not fit our little kids' feet. They're too skinny.
Yeah, we have a little pair of Nikes that's like a size 2 or something. Adorable, but we have 6 boys and not one of them could get their foot inside those shoes. So they're still brand new, 6 boys later. So then I found these really nice Asics sneakers, running shoes, really good condition. These had prices all over the place, but I'm hoping to get like 30 for them. Again, most sneakers in great condition will fetch you at least 30. So then we've got another pair of Crocs. We've got this fun jelly, I think they called it like smoke gray color. It's super great for like the beach when you have all the sand in your shoes because it would all fall out. Anyway, I think that these will go for about 20. Another pair of Crocs, except for these ones, I could not find like any comps on. They've got this pretty floral print around the side. It's navy blue. I did find a couple on Poshmark, but people were really low ball pricing on that website. So they were like in the $10 range. I don't think I'm going to list these for $10 though. So hopefully I can sell them on eBay and I can get around 20 for them, I'm hoping. They're in really good condition on the bottom. So now we've got some Prevo by Clarks. It's like shimmery brown and pink shoe. Clarks are a really good high quality shoe that seem to have fairly good following. They're leather uppers. And so I probably can get about 25 for these. In fact, I think that the one comp that I saw, I could only find 1 or 2 pairs of them. I think it was like in the $30, $35 range. So then we have these little boys Vans, the checker print. They're in fairly decent condition. The hard thing with Vans is that often, I don't know if you can see it very well, the words always rub off, which bothers me. But I'm sure a lot of people who are buying used Vans probably realize that that's probably going to be the case if they buy them used. But these usually you can still get about 20 bucks for them. People really like Vans for their kids. It's a really trendy. Converse and Vans have a pretty good following. So these ones I debated on picking up. They're Carlos Santana. They're called Fortune.
Isn't that a band?
This like maroon, kind of looks like a snake print up the side. I'm pretty sure they're leather. Yeah, leather and fabric uppers. Anyway, they're in really great condition, so I decided to still pick them up. And I could not find any comps for them. I found some comps that were black on Poshmark, and I think they were only asking like $15, $20, but I did find a brand new pair online and they were like $78. So maybe I could pull off 40 for these, hopefully at least 30. We'll see. Then I've got these Vince Camuto. Usually they call this calf hair. The bottom of the shoe says cow hair. I'm not sure exactly if it is calf hair then or if it's an older cow. I don't know. But it's this fun gray leopard print. They're really nice, excellent condition. The zipper on the side, these little heeled booties. There were only a couple of these online too, but it looks like I should be able to get about $30 for them. So more Crocs. These ones look like they're going for about 20, except for they have these little, I don't even know what you call them.
Characters.
Buttons, maybe. I am not a Crocs person. But they've got the little Star Wars people on them, and I'm not a Star Wars person either, so I don't even know what the names of these little guys are on here. But without them, they're going for 20. So maybe if I advertise them as Star Wars And the glitter, I might be able to get a little bit more for them. Yet again, it's still crazy how much people will pay for used Crocs. So then we have these Nike Air Flight
Air Jordan.
gray sneakers. I debated on picking these up. These were a little bit more pricey and they're a little bit dirty. I'm gonna have to wash them off right here. And they've got something right here that I'm hoping that a magic eraser is gonna be able to get off. Otherwise, they're in fairly good condition. But they were also hard to find comps on. So I'm hoping that I can at least get 30 or 40. There were some really wide ranges of prices on eBay and Poshmark, like $30 to $75 on Poshmark that I saw. Okay, so our last pair of shoes is actually a pair of boots. Got these Durango cowboy boots. They're women's, and it looks like they're going for about $30, $35. Cowboy boots tend to go for fairly good prices, especially if they're real leather. And these are still in really good condition. The toes aren't even scuffed up on them. So then in the other section, came across this little security blanket, which is totally my niche. This is what I do. I really like the baby stuff. There's only one of this guy, this girl maybe, online, and it's listed for $30, new with tags. There was a lot of used ones, but only one new one. So I probably will be able to get about $30 for this. And I only paid $1 for it. And then I've been looking and looking. I watch all the other resellers online, like I'm sure you probably do as well. And everybody's talking about vintage t-shirts. And so I always go and kind of walk past and see if I can find a single stitch. That's about all I know about vintage t-shirts is the single stitch. And there was a rack that was just coming out, and they happen to have this lovely Faith Hill t-shirt. I'm not even sure. It's got to be men's, actually, now that I hold it up.
It looks men's.
It's the size extra large. It's got this all sport events tag. So there's only one of these on eBay, and they've only got it priced at $9.99, but it's a size medium, which is not a great size. Large is usually better. Larger sizes is what I mean by that. But it's also got this tour design wording going on the back, which is usually a good thing if there's stuff on the back. The fun part is that it's Tour 2000, which is when I was in college, and I actually went to a Faith Hill concert in Salt Lake City when I was in college. So kind of funny. Anyway, so those were the exciting things that I found at Savers. I actually took 2 more trips after that and found some more really great stuff. I tried a second store that's further away that I've never been to, and it was really great too. So I'll be doing a couple more hauls here sometime in the future if you want to check those out. But yeah, for now, if you like this video and you're interested in what's sold, we do what solds. We're trying to do it at least once a week. So you can check those out to see which of these items have sold and how long it takes us to sell them.
Hopefully not very long.
Hopefully not very long, because we don't have a lot more space to store these shoes.
No, we don't.
Shoes take a lot of space. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking around for this long, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.